This is Chris Bowen, no doubt, answering questions about what he has designed in mind for legislation when it comes to vehicle emission standards.
We're serious about getting on with the job.
Because you didn't take this policy to the election, it wasn't part of the Reputex modelling. Now that paid
from a cheap cost of energy, and that comes from using our national time, talent and treasure to go at that problem, right? Again, we have a huge amount of financial resources in Australia, we have a huge amount of talent in those industries. And so we should think about that as exporting our bounteous resources.
Well, to be fair, Dan, the Reputex modelling assumed 89% take-up. That was the result of their modelling. That was within their modelling. It wasn't a material input to the 43% emissions reduction. Fuel efficiency standards are only going to see faster emissions reduction. I mean, if they're introduced, it's only going to help in emissions reduction. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And of course, if we do and they're implemented and they work, then they'll be reflected in the updates I'll give to Parliament every year.
But you still
there is no reason.
I want to see uptake of electric vehicles and hydrogen vehicles at a faster rate as possible, as is practical, and I think having a discussion about fuel efficiency standards will help that along.
Minister,
yes.
You said in your spiel there some Australians won't have to go to a petrol station and fill up ever again. What impact will that have on the fuel excise? How will the government adjust to a potential
obviously that's a discussion for the Commonwealth and states and territories to have over time. That's not something we're focusing on right now. This is about taking uptake. Obviously, that's a discussion that will need to be had over time.
Like a potential tax down the road?
That's not what we're talking about today.
Minister, it's just been said inside, I think by Mike Cannon-Brooks, that whatever the eventual design, the standards can't work unless they meet those that we see in Europe and the United States. Do you agree?
I dealt with that in my speech, Nick. I said that we should go for best practice. If we go for this, we've got to make sure that we're not left behind.
Minister,
Jacob.
best practice in Europe, the way these standards work, there's a penalty for every car that they sell above that level. What's the penalty going to be here? And do we collect that revenue?
Jacob, the idea of a consultation paper is to consult on ideas, feedback, work it through carefully and methodically. That's what we're doing. If you're asking me, Jacob, to announce the details of a fuel efficiency standard today, with respect, you might have missed the announcement that we're going to consult.